Hey there. We're gonna shuffle some of these cards. This is a beautiful deck. Beautiful cards. Kind of has like some of the astrology and astronomy here, some numerology. It has the angel name and beautiful descriptors and beautiful messages, as well as like a recommended crystal, a time frame, and like a call to action. So these are great cards. It is this deck, if you're interested. Okay, so we're going to use this deck today, and then we're also going to use my Angel Tarot. So let's see what we got here. Haziel and Ambriel. We have a 10 and a 34. So we have a Gemini energy. What else do we have? We have feminine energy. We have masculine energy. All right, let's see. We have the patron of psychics and students. I clear mental fog and doubt and bring psychic insight to your awareness for spiritual and scholastic benefit. Wow. And then we have Angel of Unconditional Forgiveness. I raise your vibration through love and forgiveness and help you see the pure heart within yourself and within others. Interesting. Angel of Unconditional Forgiveness, loving encouragement, mercy, fights evil, non-judgmental, sees only inner innocence. The call to action is ask the angels. The time frame is 3 weeks. And the mineral or crystal is topaz. Okay, and then I have patron of psychics and students. It says clarity, psychic protection, inspire curiosity, intellectual, communication, aha moment. Okay. So sodalite is the crystal. May is a significance, the month of May. And then it says stay positive is the call to action. Okay. Sorry about the glare, you guys. Here. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's still too dark. All right. Thank you. Beautiful messages. We have Rick Beal. This is a number 7. It's 16, but it breaks down to a 7. All right. Yeah, I was getting this masculine energy. So this is the ruler of the divine chariot. Okay. See the chariot? And this really talks about movement, dynamic action, coordination, teleportation, and fights and defeats chaos. So a really good crystal for this is actually this big cluster that I have. See this? This is smoky quartz. Okay, it's great for that. It like is perfect, and like look at all the different like it's like all the weaving that's been woven. It's like trapped in here. It's really cool. Anyway, it fights and defeats chaos. So the message here says, I shelter you from storms and show you how to use your Merkaba to become a chariot of the divine power, right? Full moon energy, and the call to action is go. Okay, so for some of you, this is a message like full moon time frame, go, all right? And you're going to have to do what it takes to move through, navigate through the chaos, all right? And it's going to require some coordination and some dynamic action, okay? You'll get the information you need, though, here with the patron of psychics. I'm getting like you'll get the clarity, you'll get the insight, you'll be inspired. It'll be like an aha moment, and then it'll be time to take action. Okay? Continue to give yourself grace, Continue to show yourself mercy as well as others. Be non-judgmental. Try to see things from a place of love. Yeah, there's Zagkiel, angel of contemplation. I provide insight to aid spiritual growth and help you find words to accurately express your feelings, your emotions, and ideas. So number 42, it breaks down to a 6. I provide insight to aid this. Raises vibration, emotional and spiritual growth, meditation, understanding, and confidence. So the crystal here is tanzanite, and the timing is now, and the call to action is meditate. So there's your reminder. Maybe you haven't been meditating, they're telling me to tell you. Get back to it. Just kidding. Okay, let's see what we got here. Number 37, it breaks down to a 10. It's Angel Hamaliel. Okay, I think I got that right. Angel of logic and perseverance. Responsibility, development, precision, work, harvest, order, intellect, and details. I help you reap the harvest of your full potential through a deliberate process of development. Huh. It's like you're ready, it's saying. August, okay. Peridot is the crystal. All right, let's see. Fanuel, angel of hope and peace. Yeah, we do. Numbered 43, it breaks down to a 7. It says, I ignite the power of hope in your heart to help you gain victory over evil in order to establish peace in your life. All right, the energy fights evil, light wins, powerful force, break free, confidence, faith, and trust. All right, the crystal here is Tiger Eye. The time frame is timeless, and then the answer is yes. Yeah, I'm getting like, you said yes to this, all right? You very much would connect to like fighting for the right to, which sounds funny, like fighting for the right of something, but you know, there's something that you're feeling called, okay? However that is that shows up in your life, okay? You could be very called to be in harmony and peace energy. Maybe you're someone who does a lot of balancing, and so you're having to be in flow, in the ebb and flow, and this would be, you know, maintaining that balance. You may have a calling to, like, in your life, you've seen a pattern play out where you tend to, like, bring balance to situations that were maybe imbalanced in some way, whether you were the one that was affected by that or something attached to you could have been. It's like your energy is like a balancer in some way, shape, or form. Some of us are keepers of Mother Earth, meaning like we vowed to be like ambassadors to Earth. And I help manifest the fulfillment of physical wants and needs and amplify your care of animals and the environment. So the energy, this is Angel Ariel, and she's the keeper of Mother Earth. And so this is like beautiful, beautiful energy. So this would be love, nature, very heart-centered, open heart chakra here. Love being outdoors, abundance of natural things, and care for Earth. So this would be the rose quartz and 2 weeks, okay, inspired action. So I'm getting like something you love is something that might be appearing right into your life in a few weeks' time. Might be something that, you know, you feel inspired to do. And it might have something to do with like some sort of exploration, maybe of self, or treating yourself to something, or doing something that you feel really connected to. And it could have something to do with nature. I also have, I was picking up on this balance energy. Keeper of karma and time. It's a number 7. And this talks about, I help you balance your karma and teach you how to grow through life's challenges, trials, and tribulations. Yes, I was getting on this. Boundaries, time, discipline, solitude, rules, tears, and the paradox of light versus dark. Obsidian is the crystal. The day is Saturday. And the call to action is think twice. Damn. Woo. All right, that was spicy. Let's see what this one is. Angel of Eternal Youth. I send healing starfire to burn away feelings of separation from source, which is the root cause of all dis-ease. Yeah, we always, right out of the gate, our separation feels like we're in some sort of abandonment, right? And so we experience that to heal it. 527 on the timer. Nathaniel, Angel of Eternal Youth, feeling whole, healing sun and star energy, coming back into, union here, reversal of degenerative disease and being pain free. I send healing starfire to burn away feelings of separation from source, which is the root cause of all dis-ease. The crystal here is garnet. December is the timing and things are improving. So this could be you focusing on something or someone, maybe even praying for someone who tends to have a lot of pain in their body. Maybe there's a lot of energy that is stored there. Maybe I'm talking about you. So you could be feeling that as you are healing, you're also, it's also being removed from the body, right? Or this is an opportunity to kind of like learn about how energy works in the body. Maybe this is something like a path, a healing path for someone, either to learn how these techniques work so you can heal yourself. If maybe you're looking to reverse degenerative disease, not that I'm a medical professional, I'm not. I am a Reiki master, but I'm not a medical professional, so seek professional opinion. But I would say that this is being called out for a reason. So either this is something you're healing in your generational line so that it doesn't continue this degenerative disease and the pain. It's like maybe there was separation and now there won't be, right? So there's something here that's playing out. Okay, how about one more card and we'll switch gears. Let's see here. I'm also getting like healing looks good on you. You know what I mean? Like whatever way that is, like maybe if you switch something up or you're doing something different or you're just glowing, you're glowing. Yeah, there's a glow about you. Oh, goodness gracious. Angel of the Resurrection, Archangel of the Resurrection, Protector of Infants and Children, number 44 and number 21. Saraphiel, Archangel of the Resurrection, Fire of Purification, Holiness, Truth and Love, increases faith, overcoming addiction. I burn up blocks to ascension and turn the energy of negative emotions into productive actions that you can take. The crystal here is amber. The time frame is soon. And then it says the call to action is ask for help. All right. This next card says, here, let me show you this one. I know there's a glare. And then Danelle is the next one. And this is the Protector of Infants and Children. When you feel weighed down by life or heavy emotions, I will help you reconnect to the wonder and joy of living. So it's about, feeling like a kid again. This could be the birth of a child or birthing something new, like a new creation. There could be youthfulness, contagious joy, right? I was like, oh, you have this light about you. A zest for life, lightness of being, and just this like childlike wonder, this playfulness about you, right? It's like you don't look like what you've been through. You're glowing. Not to diminish what you have been through, though. The desert rose, a matter of weeks, and yes. Okay. All right. Angel of mental force and calmness. Battles depression, serenity, tech support, reveals lies, stops overthinking, and clarity. Hi, I fix gaps between mind and emotions and help navigate complex situations and people who like to play mind games, right? So you see right through these illusions. And if you need help, ask the angels, okay? Ask Angel Yahel, all right? Yeah, I'm sorry, White Eliel, I think, because I think the Y might be silent. Eliel, I would say. It's Yeliel, all right? Beautiful. And this time frame is January, and the crystal is actually a pearl, okay? So this is like something that's been cultivated as a result of mental force, right? Like this strength, right? The battles, right? The needing to surrender, and there's these things that have been really needed to be like rewoven, okay? It's like the mind and the emotions, right? And I'm getting like this is you standing up, right? And being assertive, right? It's like really calling back your power here. Okay. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. And I'm also getting like mediumship energy here. So some of you might be really connecting with those who are needing help processing emotional pain when it's about like people crossing over. So maybe like death mediums and things like that, spiritual mediums in that regard. So maybe something to consider here. Maybe you're someone who would be really supportive in that process for others, being able to connect with past loved ones and that sort of thing. Maybe you're doing this yourself and you're learning how to communicate. I feel like you do receive a lot of spiritual communication, okay? So if you're picking up on like, oh, I have been thinking about that, well, I'm letting you know that they would like for you to explore it further and see if it's for you. That's what I'm getting. It's like try on the shoes and see if they fit. If they don't fit, then don't worry about it. Maybe there's something that's, like healing sun and star energy that might be speaking to you. So I feel like there's a bit of, and I'm also getting someone feels like there's a bit of like needing to stand up for what's right too. So someone might be speaking truth, telling a story, sharing their story. I'm also getting like ley line energy with the Mother Earth energy. So this could be like our animal and spiritual communicators, okay? Even those that like work with like interdimensional energies. So there's also that. And then I feel like there's those that are here to help with the balance of laws here, universal law, right? The light, wind, there's like a whole force, right? Yeah. Interesting. Psychic protection and mercy. I see fights evil, psychic protection, fights and defeats chaos. I see fights evil here, light winds, powerful force, faith and trust. And then I have the paradox of light versus dark. And then I have healing sun and star energy. And then the last keyword of all of this is pain free. All right. I like that. I like that. I'm going to just clear these up real quick then. So bottom of the deck energy is actually justice. So this is, you know, things that are going on here where the scales are being balanced, right? Things are being illuminated so that they can be balanced, right? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Hierophant. Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm getting like belief systems and what we align ourselves to. I have the Death card coming out with the Hierophant, like falling on top of the Hierophant like this. So there might be a change. I'm getting massive change here. I'm getting end of an era. I'm getting an end of an era where there's profit over pain. Okay, where there's an end of an era where people profit from others' pain. That's what they're telling me. That's what's coming to an end. And we will be free from pain. We will be able to celebrate and enjoy our lives. There could be someone who in your life personally that wanted to somehow profit from your pain. May have made a deal, right, with the dark, right, to have an end. There's some sort of ending here. I feel like what they did is they sealed their fate, their own fate, by trying to seal yours. Yeah. There's this energy of like being not able to move to, like, to move through, right? And because I feel like this is what it's like once you move through. Like, if you went through that tunnel, like, that's what's on the other side of this tunnel. You know what I mean? It's like on to another realm, another reality, another existence. It's like not having to remain in the cycle. All right? I feel like there's energy here that is going to continue to cycle through, where others are going to be passing through, and there's this like other reality, a reality of their making. Like, it's like creation. Okay. Wow. Those that are going through this wheel here, right? This grouping, whatever that represents. You know, there's lessons here about life, right? And how they operate, right? There's also, for these things, these lessons to be learned, right? And so there is some sort of like passing through, right? Like you would pass an exam, there's like passing through here. And then there's the recognition of that. There's the celebration of that. There's that acknowledgement of that. Like, it's time to enjoy, you know, your success. This could represent union with oneself, union with another. This is a commitment, potentially, a partnership destined for greatness. Yeah. And this also can represent, like, you know, a celebration of an anniversary, a celebration of what you've accomplished. It could be a party. It could be like out and about, you know, with your boo thing. I don't know. There's something going on with this. There's two people here, or two souls, I'll say. Not people, but souls. I'll be Sam. This could be these two, right? Like, we're able to escape the cycle, close the cycle out. And as a result, there's a new cycle to begin. It's like a new level. Unlocking a new level. It's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, and then there's this hermit energy. Yeah, there's this like, yeah, there's this spiritual path that they're on. And there's that Chariot energy that we were getting earlier, right? Where's the Chariot card? It was a cool one too. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Rick BL, ruler of the divine chariot. I shelter you from storms, and I show you how to use your Merkaba to become a chariot of the divine power. So yeah, you're learning these skills here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, look at the harmony, the balance, the peace, peacekeeper, peacemaker, right? This is like creative energy, right? You're literally a peacemaker. And alchemize. You alchemize energy. Yeah. And use your Merkaba to become the chariot of divine power. King of Pentacles. I feel like someone sees something that they like. And then there's the Magician. Okay, we have the Magician and the Temperance coming out. And then we have Ten of Swords. Okay. I feel like you're going to take a... I feel like it's like take a bow. I just heard like take a bow. Okay. Take a bow. Da, 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 da. Take a bow. Yes. Yes. Bottom of the deck energy. Ooh-wee. Four of Pentacles. Look at this. Would you look at this? All right. Yeah, you know, there's this like final ending playing out here. There's a finale, if you will. There's like a culmination of things that are leading up to a finale, right? So there's experience here, lesson here, experience here, lesson here, you know. And the Ten of Swords can represent like this for you, this for someone else, or those that maybe you've left behind in some way, shape, or form. Like the version of you, the life you once knew, those that you were, you know, in this cycle with, which you're no longer in a cycle with. You know, it's kind of like the culmination of that, right? It's like really putting things to kind of like bed and being like, all right, like it's time to go. So it's interesting where this is placed. It's literally like endings, new beginnings, right? Like, yeah, or this can actually be like a passing of something, right? Passing something on, or someone passing on, or something to that effect. Someone should be careful with like the magic they're doing and who they're doing it against. Yeah, I feel like they may have paid for this. Yeah, I feel like they were what's the word? They were inexperienced to be doing what they were doing. Okay. I'm also getting that. This is representing like a massive loss of some kind. Okay. Or just, you know, a collapse of something that, you know, is painful for someone. But it's almost like necessary for there to be like a reset. Like a bright side to it. Like, you know, you wouldn't, like, I know I've gone through things and I'm like, oh, it was absolutely horrible when I was going through it. But looking back at it now, I'm like, you know, I'm so grateful because there was a bright side and I was able to connect to the bright side. And there is a bright side here, right? It's whether you can see that or not, right? Are you going to only focus on like the worst case scenario and the worst and be the victim of everything? Or are you going to get your power back and pull your panties up and stand up and try to make the best out of the situation or try to do better next time? Like, you know, there's something like that. But I'm getting like this very much could be a result of their own choosing, meaning, you know, this is a culmination, like an accumulation of 10, it's the 10 of swords. So it's going to be to the severity of something, whatever that is, right? You know, this is a collective reading. I am getting, though, like looking at the bottom here, 4 of Pentacles. So it's like someone's holding back for a reason, okay? It's like, because they know what they did, all right? I feel like maybe it was against a Queen of Pentacles or someone who... Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a sneaky attack here, right? And then I have a 5 of Cups. Yeah. There's this, you know, I'm getting like, you know, planning, plotting, jealousy, envy, like trying to be tricky, immature energy, right? We have a Page of Wands, you know, and a Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely a maturity difference here, right? There's an experience difference here, right? Maybe someone tried to be something that they're not. And maybe they've been hiding behind, you know, this. Maybe someone's envious of them, jealous of them. I don't know. I feel like someone took action and it was super foolish. Yeah. All because, you know, they're the one who's feeling, you know, depleted at this time. Because, you know, what they wanted didn't pan out. It's clearly ending in something life-changing, potentially. You know, because their priorities in life were jacked up, okay? They were doing a lot of foolish, immature things, okay? Not caring for how it affects other people. And there's repercussions for that because it was plotted, it was planned, it was premeditated, it was malicious, and it was painful. And it's like this person's pain was used against other people. It was like they were the weapon. So, yeah, like there needs to be accountability for this. And there is. There is. The first card out was Justice when we started this. So I feel like, yeah, you know, like sometimes these cards can be hard to read, y'all. But I share the messages and they're for who they're meant to be for. This one I pray over the channel. All right then. Be safe, be smart, use your discernment, okay? And some people are going to have to experience, you know, what, you know, some people are going to have to experience certain things. You might hear news about this, but I'm getting, you know, you really have to remember that it's really not involving you. This is involving others, right? It's not directly involving you. Okay, there's this like situation here playing out. Okay, it's involving these two, and they're dealing with heartache and betrayal between them. And somehow the plan was to involve you in all of this so that they could, you know, use the energy, right? Maybe at one point this was all circulating and, you know, they were really enjoying that. It was like, you know, the siphoning energy is what I'm getting. I feel like the well is dry, okay? Their plots, their plans, their mischief no longer works. Mischief managed and shut down. And then now they're miserable with one another. Okay, they're both entertaining other options here. Someone's maybe even moved on from the other. All right, and they're under judgment. This is not your problem to fix. They are not yours to heal. They need to focus on their own healing. Okay, you're gonna be enjoying your life somewhere else. Okay, don't bother with them. Okay, pray for them, but don't bother with them. All right, I love you guys. Bye.